In each of our lives, at some point in time, we hit these questions. Why we have taken birth? Why is this body? What is the purpose of my life on this planet Earth? And what am I going to achieve? These questions, be it maybe a millionaire or an influencer or a high achiever or even just a beginner as a student, will definitely hit. If this question hits you, you are that blessed soul. Never push these questions under the carpet. Take it very sincerely. It was during my early days coming to Adinam, a brahmacharini goes up to Swamiji and seeks for the healing blessing for her chronic disease, chronic headache. As usual, the most compassionate Swamiji heals her and making sure that she is settling down. In a jovial way, Swamiji says, don't use spirituality as an anasin metasin to heal your headache. Ask the base question, why you even have the head? Though it was conveyed in a very lighter mood, but I was not able to take these words as lightly. It hit my consciousness. Actually, in Siddha Shastra, Shiva Samhita reveals this great secret as the answer to this Parama Prashna, the ultimate question. The cosmic consciousness assumes itself as an individual soul, reflects on the body, having a human thinking system as mind to realize that cosmic consciousness within us and merge back into that cosmic consciousness. For example, let us take our digestive system. It is such a complex mechanism where the bread gets converted into the blood and becomes the energy, and it is being supplied to the entire body. The digestive mechanism clearly knows how to digest the protein, vitamins, carbohydrates, minerals, like many such things, and precisely knows what chemical needed to be released to get digested. Are we sitting and sending a signal that how to get digested? Are we sitting and sending any signals? No, right? It is an independent, intelligent mechanism. If we tune ourselves to this intelligence and consciously observe how the body is acting, reacting to a particular food, or how this digestion system is working, how this whole process is happening during the different times of the day, like morning, midday, and evening. As per Ayurveda, our food intake, the intervals are specified according to the position of the sun. The fire's intensity of the sun is directly related to the digestive system within us, which is the Jatharagni, which we call. If we follow this, we would never fall sick. This noble knowledge is beautifully described in our Vedas and Agamas and Shastras, with various different approaches according to the mindset of every individual. Decoding and consolidating this humongous knowledge, Swamiji has given us a very beautiful system in the form of Yogapada, Kriyapada, Jnanapada, and Charyapada. The Charyapada is nothing but the very lifestyle which we live in Kailasa. The best lifestyle, I would say, where we are being given an opportunity to have the conscious access to that superconscious energy. As a part of Charyapada, the lifestyle, the first thing we do is yoga, which is the main part of the Yogapada. The science of Yogapada. Why this yoga? This Yogapada actually talks about why the yoga is important to us, what is that we do in yoga, and how does it helps in living the better life to even the superconscious breakthrough. Let's see today about this Yogapada into a deeper way. Yoga is actually not some set of postures or some sort of exercise mechanism, or as we were introduced by this Western science. Yoga is originally gifted by Paramashiva to Parvati. Actually, there is one beautiful happening in our Itihasa, which is our own history, which goes like this. So one day Devi Parvati asks Paramashiva, saying, collect certain kind of flowers and bring it, make it as a garland and bring it to us while you are coming back. And she says, in a very easy way, she says, if you don't bring it, forget it. I'm going to forget everything. So Paramashiva also smiles and assures her, saying, yes, I'll bring as per your wish. So as he is coming back, he collects all those flowers and makes us a garland. And as he is returning back, there is an Asura who is trying to attack Paramashiva. Paramashiva has a fight with the Asura and he kills him. As a part of this fight, even the garland gets burnt. So Paramashiva returns back to Kailasa. Till this period, Devi Parashakti is completely in oneness with Paramashiva, where they just live like one soul, two bodies. When Devi sees Paramashiva and gets so excited and goes and asks, "Where is that garland? Have you bring it?" Paramashiva, before even telling her what happened, she comes to the conclusion on seeing Paramashiva's eyes that he did not bring it. And as she has uttered casually that she is going to forget everything, she actually forgets the real oneness she has with Paramashiva and goes back to her parents and live as a normal life as a human being. Though she is a princess, she forgets her very identity, the oneness with Paramashiva, and lives as a human life. So there is always a constant deep dissatisfaction that there is something missing in her life. There's something is not enough. The struggle and pain was so much. At one point in time, the Paramashiva himself sees all these struggles which she is going through, and he decides, okay, I myself come down as a Yogi and reminds Parashakti that she is not just a human being, and she is that, and she is the very mother of this whole cosmos. So he comes down as Adi Yogi, reveals the whole science of yoga as the Shastanga Yoga, which has 12 components, and of course the asana is one of the component. Each posture, as we bend our body in a certain way, channelizing the nadis, holding a certain visualization, bandha and pranayama. For example, when you put your body in Vrikshasana, the tree posture, we visualize ourselves as a tree doing the pranayama, which is like pumping the prana into certain kind of nadis and hitting those energy channels to break open, to give the access to those channels. The very energy passes through these energy channels, which gives the access to the science of we being as a tree. So whatever the uniqueness which a tree can have, for example, what a tree can have, it consumes the water and collect the minerals within the earth, and then uses the sunrise and make its own food. It is one of the speciality of the tree which exclusively a tree can do. So as a part of our evolution of our body from the amoeba to the human body, we have passed through so many births. It's like all the animals, trees, etc. Everything we have passed through. So all those memory is completely stored in our bioenergy and in our DNA. So when we are able to, so in each and every posture, when we make ourselves putting in that posture, we realize our very being, which we had been, and decoding its unique powers in this very human body. In this way, Paramashiva reminds Devi that she is not a human being trying to be a divine. She is that Parashakti, cosmic mother herself, living as in a human body, removing her delusions, cleaning up her delusions, pulling her out of the apasmara, establishing her oneness again back to the space of Paramashiva. This is how the yoga is being revealed and given to us through Devi, and from Devi all the Munis, Rishis and the whole Guru Parampara. If we are having any dissatisfaction in our life at any point in time with anything, so please be very clear, it is the signal that your own consciousness is giving the glimpse that we are up to something. The superconscious breakthrough is continuously reminding us to get our existence back and reminding us to become one with Paramashiva. So the yoga is nothing but being one with Paramashiva. It's a oneness. It is not some postures, and Yogapada gives you that superconscious breakthrough when we have an authentic guru in our life who can reveal this whole science to us and make us an experiential understanding that we are not the human beings struggling to be divine, we are the divine beings living in the human body. Through this, actually we can understand few points, which is yoga is realizing that oneness with the whole universe, and another thing, only through an authentic Guru Parampara, even this revelation can be possible as an experiential understanding. And 3, Hinduism is not a myth, it's a science. Just because we forgot our true existence and continue to be living as a human cattle, that does not mean, that do not make the Hindu knowledge an illegitimate, or we are not that illegitimate child. It's like all animals keep saying that, oh, how can you walk on two legs? It is impossible. It cannot be done. But one day a human being decides, I will show by walking on the two legs. And he simply walks on two legs, and he was declared as the highest happening of the species. The same way, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, through his teachings, by his very being, the existing, by his very existence, have showed that we are not to be settled as human beings, and we are struggling for that superconscious energy to happen within us. And through his Kailasa, he is going to redefine the very new normalcy called the superconscious breakthrough. Then the whole humanity will not have any other way but to follow him. In my upcoming videos, we're going to see about what is Kriya Pada, what is Charya Pada, what is Jnana Pada. So with this, I invite all of you to this upcoming Guru Purnima, which is going to commence on July 10th. Thank you, Nityananda.